Hi gang, I am Dinah Dare and this is my new series, Behind the Rhinestone. The idea behind this is I thought it would be interesting to give a bit of an insight into what happens behind the sparkly shows, what is the work that goes into what we do. This isn't really giving hints or tips so much as just sharing my experience. So if you're interested in hearing about burlesque performers' experiences, please do like and subscribe as this is really for you. I kind of thought I'd start from the start, to be honest. So as I said, my name's Dinah Dare. I've been doing this for 6 years now. I am based in Scotland, but I have had the opportunity to perform across the UK, Europe, Ireland and also in the United States, which has been amazing. But going back to sort of did I start this? Well, to be honest, I've always really liked dancing. Loved dancing as a kid. Just kind of dance around in my room and listen to my music. And I love music. I listen to kind of a little bit of everything and anything. But the kind of one of the earliest memories I have of a dance school, I think I was about 8 or 9. And at the time it was ballet and modern. I've no idea what modern meant. I still don't know. But that was the kind of dance classes that I did. It was ballet and modern. I just remember being like a head and shoulders taller than all the other girls around me. They were all really slim and skinny, like ballet built. And I am broad shouldered, I am broad hipped. At 9 years old I was going through puberty. I had boobs. I did not fit in. I felt clunky. I felt huge. I just didn't. I've always been heavy on my feet and I was so heavy on my feet. I couldn't do things right, and I'm a recovering perfectionist, so at that age I was still very much, no, I have to be able to do this and I have to be able to do it properly. And I struggled, I really did. And I remember I also used to have like fake tattoos on my arms, and I remember being in the bathroom like scrubbing them off one day crying because we were supposed to have a dance show and I realised that I got it in my head that I couldn't go up on stage with all these tattoos all over my arms, which is hilarious now. Especially with all these other like dainty little girls, like I would stick out. I couldn't do that. I looked too different from them anyway. I was scrubbing my arms red raw because I was so scared. And then I got told I didn't have to do it if I didn't want to, so that cured that. But that just meant I didn't really go to dancing. Dancing became not for me. I fell away from it. It was never something. I didn't do any other dance classes. I didn't revisit it. The closest I got to it was our school used to do line dancing at Christmas and I loved it. It was so much fun. That was probably one of the only times that I did any sort of form of dancing after those classes. Then about 8-9 years ago, a friend of mine was going to like a circus fitness class at like a local circus school. And it looked really cool and I was like, can I come? I hate the gym. So I was like, can I come with? Can I come check it out? So we went to that. And I ended up going to the circus school twice a week, 3 times a week, 4 times a week. You're going to notice a pattern with who I am as a person, by the way. And got hooked on it. And I went to that circus school right up until COVID. It closed during COVID and it actually moved. And just where it's moved to, it isn't convenient for me anymore. But I went for like a good 3 years, solid. And I think about 2.5 years in, the instructor that I had at the time, his wife taught burlesque classes. And my friend, one of the other girls that I trained with, was in this. There's going to be a student showcase, so I went along with some other people. I just felt like great. Started following it, saw that there was classes where you could like bring a friend for free, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. Dragged a couple of girls from circus, went to it, loved it. Here was a dance class that like I could do. Everyone's bodies were different. It was a lot more like in the hips, which with my big hips worked for me. It just felt really nice. It was the style of dancing I liked, and I got my confidence back doing dancing because I was in a class that I didn't feel like I stuck out. Everyone was different. Started doing the performances with that school, and then within 6 months of joining I did my first debut, which in full Dinah style I threw myself at. So by this point there was always classes on Mondays and Tuesdays. I was at every single one of them. If we had a performance opportunity, I was doing the performance. Our debut was our school show in December. I had my debut act, which I can talk about in another video if people are interested in how that concept came around. But I had my debut act and I was also in 3 other group acts because I have no chill. I was like, yeah, I can do this. I remember quick changing and like a stairwell at the bottom of this club with like 3 people helping me get changed because I had one song to change over from my solo act to a group act. It was insanity. I loved every minute of it. It was so good. But I was hooked. That was me. Obviously, COVID was difficult. I stayed with that school for maybe 2.5, 3 years. During that time, there was obviously massive gaps when it was closed during COVID, or we did do some online stuff. And I've just done a little bit of everything since then. And I love it. And it's such a large part of who I am now. It's not my main form of, not my main job. It's not my main form of income by any stretch of the means. But I love it. And it's such a massive part of who I am. I mean, it's all Dinah Dare is, but from a personal level, obviously, I have another life outside of burlesque. So yeah, that's how I sort of fell into it. I hope you found that interesting. If there's anything in particular, like behind the scenes, you want me to talk about, please do let me know. Like and subscribe. I'm creating loads of different content just now, so please let me know what it is that you want to see. And thank you so much for hanging out. I'll speak to you later. Bye.